Alright guys, welcome to today's video. We are working on a 2012 Toyota Corolla with a 1.8 liter. And this guy came with a misfire, cylinder 2. We pulled the plug and the plug is actually missing that little tip on the end of it where it fires, but the car was still running. So today we're going to be replacing the spark plugs, and also we found a valve cover leak, so we're gonna be doing that as well. So stay tuned and let's get it. All right, first thing we have to do is remove the engine cover, which is right there. It just pops out through these grommets here. And now the next thing to do is start removing the wiring harness from around here. All those wires got to be moved out the way in order for us to remove the valve cover. So let's get it. Let's get this going.
0, 1. Let's get started.
All right guys, so we have all the wiring and all those plumbing for the the vacuum lines and the evap system. We also took out this breather for the air box here, and now I'm gonna remove all the bolts. Oh, I also took out the coil packs, as you guys saw. Now we're gonna remove all the bolts around the valve cover and pop this thing right out, to keep going, clean up everything. So let's get it. Let's do that. Let's get it. Ready? There you go, guys. Valve cover is removed, and that's how it looks. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's one in the middle. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 bolts on this valve cover, so you can take it out. Then you take a little pry bar, pry this up, and it comes right out. The gasket might stick to the surface. Take that off and make sure you clean these two areas out. This area here and this area here. Clean those out. Well, clean the whole entire thing, but make sure you get all the residue, because there's silicone on here. Get that off before you put the new one in. So now we're going to be cleaning this whole thing up and the valve cover itself to make it look pretty, and we're gonna keep going. So let's get it. There you go, guys. It's all cleaned up, looking nice. And I also cleaned up the valve cover over here as best as I could. And now we're gonna replace these grommets here, these spark plug tube seals, with the new ones. We got the Velcro joints. We want to replace those. Before you clean this out though, remove those sensors that were on there. There's 2 cam sensors, and then there's 2 like pressure sensors for the oil. You gotta remove those too. And the way you remove these, you pop these tabs up a little bit, and then you hit them from over here. You hit them down. So I'm gonna show you guys how to do that real quick. Let's get it.
0, 1, 2, 3. Let's get started.
Real good.
All right, guys, as you saw, it was a little rough to get these things on. You know, you got to hit them with a seal installer. I was trying to do it with a socket, but then I got the right tool. But yeah, that's how you put them on, and then the valve cover gasket's on. And now I can install it back on the car. So that's what we're gonna be doing next. Actually, we're gonna be replacing the spark plug since the valve cover's out the way. We're gonna be removing the spark plugs real quick. So let's get it. Let's get that done real quick.
0, 1. Let's get started.
All right, guys. So spark plugs are removed, and you can see, actually you can't see, but it's dark in there. But here are the plugs, took them out. So you can see they're missing that tip on 3 of them. Oh, actually, yeah, this one, they replaced 1 spark plug before, and it has 3 without the little tip on top. So good thing we are gonna replace all of them. When you do a job like this, don't just replace 1 spark plug, replace all of them. In this case, we have 1 different one than the other one, so that's how we can tell. So now we're gonna be installing the new ones, and then we're gonna be installing the valve cover as well. So let's get it.
0, 1. Let's get started.
Guys, the spark plugs are in. Got new spark plugs. We got the NGK's 4912s, and always check the gap on them, on these spark plugs, and always use some type of assembly lube or some anti-seize to put them in. But yeah, always check the gap on the ones that have the little sparking nipple there. So always just check them with a gauge. That's my best advice to you guys. So now we're gonna be putting some silicone right here where we cleaned up on both sides, and that is a must. If not, you're gonna leak. So let's get it. Let's put this valve cover on.
0, 1, 2, 3. Let's get started.
Why they stopping me?
All right, guys, I'm stuck. All right, the valve cover's installed and torqued down. Always crisscross tighten the bolts and nuts when you have nuts, and always torque it down. This one went to 10 nanometers all around. Most valve covers are 10 nanometers, but always check on your manufacturer's specifications so that you don't over tighten anything. And now I'm gonna be installing all of the sensors that I took off, and all of the wiring that goes on there. So let's fast forward that. Let's get it. All right, guys, valve cover and all the wiring and hoses are back on the vehicle, and that's how you do this job. Hope you guys learned how to do this job, and hopefully it was easy to understand for you guys. And make sure you guys like, subscribe, and hit that notification button, because we got more maintenance videos coming to you. This year we're taking over. Let's get it.